So we've met with the kids several times, and I know we haven't had a chance to meet and reach out to you all. So I just wanted to give you the same information we've been giving to the students. And hopefully, if there's anything you've been wondering about, anything concerning you, this clears it up. And if not, we look forward to talking with you Sunday at our parent meeting. This is just a general overview itinerary of when we're going to meet up, where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, just to give you guys kind of an idea when to expect your kids and when to hear from them and to let you know what they're up to and what they're doing. The biggest thing is we'll meet up at 9:30 Sunday morning. Parents, we'll have our little chit chat at 9:45, and then the bus should be here by 10, and we will head on out and stop at Loudon for lunch. We'll get at the hotel. At one point, we'll shift over into Central Time, so we will be an hour behind you guys. So when it's 10 here, it'll be 9 there. And we're going to get pizza for dinner, and we'll be providing that to the kiddos. And we will have our engineering competition as well. Monday is a full day of competitions, a couple of general sessions, and Tuesday, we'll figure out awards. We'll walk over to Opry Mills Mall, and then we will head on back home to you guys. Very, very happy, very, very excited, but also very, very tired. So some things to bring. We've asked the kids to wear mostly maroon colored clothes because it can be very crowded and congested in some of these places, and it's easy to see and pick out people in the same color as you. That's not a requirement. You don't have to go out and buy anything maroon colored. Just if they have it, it'd be really nice if they could wear it and convenient to kind of keep up with them. And school dress code, it's going to be cold in Nashville. It's going to be almost December. So you're probably going to want to dress pretty warm and snugly anyway. So please, no short shorts, no crop tops. Food is going to be a big expense on this trip. They're going to have however many meals they want to eat on Monday. They'll need to be able to get lunch for themselves on Sunday, and they need to buy lunch again on Tuesday. But you can pack them as many snacks as they can possibly carry. Pop-Tarts are a great one for a quick, simple breakfast. Protein, granola bars. Same thing if you want to send them some extra bottled water or Gatorade, you're more than welcome to send that as well. Like I said, for the meals, they're going to need that for those meals, especially on Monday. They're going to kind of be off doing their own thing unless they have competitions. They're going to see a lot of cool stuff, especially when we go to the mall. So whatever amount that you feel comfortable sending them with, please know that it is their responsibility to keep up with it. I am not taking money from them to keep up with, and I'm not going to ask any of the other sponsors to keep up with their money. But just be aware, anything that's sent with them, it is their responsibility to keep up with. As far as COVID-19 and masks go, below what's in yellow, that is directly from my sponsor page as a Beta Club sponsor from the official website. So please make sure that you look at it, and if you have any gaiters or masks that you yourself have invested in and you want to send with them, make sure they have those. If they want any filters, have those on hand, because when we compete in competitions, like engineering is a group competition, robotics is a group competition, they'll have to wear masks for that. However, I don't know the rules and guidelines walking around the mall or the hotel. So we'll have extra ones if they need them, but if there's any you've gone out of your way and have already purchased, get some more use out of them and send them with your students, please. With their medications, please include a label and any details that we need to know about that medication. If it's to be given hourly, if it's a little white pill, if it's a little pink pill, if it needs to be taken with food, if it must be taken in the AM or PM, anything that you can think of that is important about giving these medications correctly, and make sure their name is included with it. We want to have all information possible to make sure your kid is taken care of as well as humanly possible. Also, I know a few kids in the past have wanted to take Xboxes or Nintendo Switches, their laptops, other things. Please know we're just staying there for a weekend. And honestly, they're probably not going to spend a ton of time in their hotel rooms. So just be mindful of what they are taking or wanting to bring with them, because anything that is lost, stolen, or broken, we are not liable to replace, and the hotel will not assume liability for that either. So just kind of be mindful of what they pack. Just maybe make it the necessities. We want them to have a good time and not be sad or upset that maybe a favorite thing of theirs didn't make it back home with them. So arrival and departure times. pretty please be here by 9:30 on Sunday. We want to make sure all the kids are together. We want to double check that all their paperwork's been filled out correctly. No last minute tweaks need to be made to their medication forms. And if they do, those are all up to date and we understand what needs to be done with what. We want to make sure everything is together, packed, loaded on the bus, because we have several things in my room that we need to take to enter into competitions as well. And we want to try and get there early because usually the earlier we check in, the quicker they get our rooms ready, and we don't want to have them waiting. Tuesday, we have requested that the bus company come and pick us up from the mall at 2 p.m. And I do believe that is going to be in Central Time as well, so that'll be 3 p.m. our time. We will be headed back home as soon as we get picked up. We do not plan on stopping on the way home unless the bus driver deems it necessary. So Nashville traffic can be a little unpredictable, but we will try to get there in a good, timely fashion. And we will be sure to have your children texting you and letting you know where we are and keeping you up to date of what our estimated ETA is going to be. We have several rules while at the convention. While we want the kids to go out and have fun and have a good time, I'm sure your all phones have been buzzing as ours have with many Amber Alerts recently. We want them to be safe. That is a top priority of ours, just as much as it is of yours. So we have a very, very strict buddy system. No students are to be off on their own for any reason whatsoever. Even if they just want to go back to their room and grab a bottle of water or go charge their phones, they need to have somebody with them at all times. And at least one of the people in that group need to have a working phone. We are going to be putting them in group text with us, and we are going to be checking in with them hourly. We are pretty much on high alert, wanting to keep tabs on our kids. I am going to be very sure they are going to be very tired of seeing my name pop up on their phones by the end of this trip, because we want to make sure that they are okay. They need to make sure they respond to these check-ins and that they are not caught alone at all. Any violation of this for any reason, like no matter how major, minor, they will be with the chaperone at all times. They will not be left unsupervised for any reason until it is bedtime and they are taped in their rooms. They are also not to leave the hotel for any reason whatsoever. It is a 6-acre hotel. There is a boat ride in it. There are shops and places to eat and competitions to watch and ice skating they can go participate in. So there's not really any reason they should leave the hotel, but they are not allowed to for any reason whatsoever until we go over to the mall as a group on Tuesday. They are not to be in anybody's room that belongs to the opposite gender or to any other school, regardless of gender. This kind of goes without explanation, but they have been warned many, many times. No nonsense. Their curfew is going to be at 11 p.m. each night. However, we want students to start heading back to their rooms and our designated meetup spot, which we will establish once we get there, about 10:30. That way, if anybody has medication they need before bedtime, we can get that to them. We can kind of just check in with them, see how their day's going, give them some prep tips if they have competitions coming up the next day of where their rooms are going to be located, who's going to take them where. And we can give out snacks or anything else that needs to be taken care of before y'all go to sleep for the night and get started on another busy day. Yes, doors will be taped at night. I know it sounds funny, but it is a necessary thing. If we did it when I was in school, they should not be out of their rooms once they've been taped in for any reason whatsoever until morning. And if they wake up before a sponsor, they need to at least text the sponsor and get a reply giving them permission to go on out, get breakfast, do whatever their morning routine requires of them. At the mall, pretty much the same set of rules is going to apply to them. Priority number one needs to be for the kids to go eat. We do not plan on stopping on the way home, so they need to make sure they have one good meal in them minimum when we are at the mall. So please make sure to remind your student, keep tabs on them, eat something before going home, because that could potentially be a longer ride home than it was there due to the time that we're leaving, and we do not want them miserable and trapped on the bus. We will still be checking in with students hourly, if not even more frequently. The mall is a little bit smaller, so we'll probably be running into them more often too. We will have a designated meetup spot there, and usually some of our sponsors tend to just camp out at the meetup spot to watch luggage, talk to any kids that are tired and just want to rest before we go home, because it is going to be a very, very busy few days. And check-ins are still going to be mandatory to reply to. If anyone violates these at the mall, they're going to go sit at the check-in spot with the sponsor until we are ready to head home. So I hope this covers a lot of the issues and concerns that you may have had. If there's anything that wasn't addressed in this video that you want to bring up on Sunday, feel free to. You could also have your student email me, write me a message on Google Classroom. I'll probably reply and be checking it over the weekend. But we look forward to seeing you guys, and hopefully we get to bring back some awards and some bragging rights as well. Have a good weekend. We'll see you soon.